I want to say thank you for everybody for coming tonight. Habitat hugely appreciates it. All the former and future Habitat owners appreciate it. I could have made this a lot longer. People that know me pretty well know that I can talk forever, but I'm going to do the favor of not doing that tonight. We'll just start out. Our Habitat journey started about the time we were expecting our first child. At the time, both Fawn and I had been together for a while, and we were renting a less than adequate house. It was rented out by a slumlord who unfortunately didn't care about the living conditions or the tenants that were renting from him. Floors were dirty, peeling places. The outlets and wiring were in much needed repair. Some would even throw sparks if you attempted to plug stuff into it. Once our landlord even attempted to fix a leaky toilet by placing an empty toilet wrapper over the top of the fill tank to stop the water from leaking out. The carpet had gotten so bad that we told them we were replacing it, replacing the carpet ourselves. Much to our surprise, there were 3 more layers of carpet underneath the one we were replacing. Instead of replacing it and throwing away the old stuff, he had just put another roll on top of the old stuff. How gross. Anyway, we knew we didn't want to bring our newborn into a situation like this, so we began our hunt for possibly finding to buy a house. Knowing we didn't have a lot of money set aside, we knew the challenge ahead of us. We looked at many different houses. Many were way out of our price range, but that didn't stop us from continuing our hunts. We finally found some that were in our price range, but lack of bad credits and we had a few bad things on our credits that made things more than tricky for us.
Hi, I'm Fawn. I'm my wife. So we started looking for other rental options because almost weekly law enforcement was being called for our neighbors for some domestic assault or an alcoholic or drug-related crime happening in our complex. We even had to endure a suicide that happened in the courtyard to our resident, which was absolutely horrible. We were more eager than ever to move out after all that. No newborn should have to live with the stuff that was going on where we're living. This was about the time that good friend Patty Morris came to ask if we ever heard about Habitat for Humanity. We told her we heard about it, didn't really know what it entitled. Luckily, she convinced us to put an application. Being skeptical, we didn't think we stood a chance, but we decided to go through it. We took a chance and a leap of faith. About a year later, we got great news that we were selected. We started getting our sweat equity done. We were slated to possibly get into a home in 2008. But due to a family pulling out in 2007, and since we had been working really hard on our sweat equity, we got bumped up on the list, and things started going fairly fast. The lot we chose had already been excavated, so in spring of 2007, began building 2 thriving builds on 19th Street, on which would be ours. We were still in total disbelief that this was even happening. About this time, we got the news our family would be growing, and we were expecting our second child, which is here over there. That year, we faced adventures in adversity through the not showing up on time to our site supervisor basically quitting halfway through the build. And there were many long days and nights to bring these two builds in reality. With the help of an amazing group of volunteers and local area businesses, donating materials, both houses were move-in ready late September 2007. We closed our home November 15th, 2007.
We have been blessed by an amazing organization and the community and volunteers that it entails. My wife and I jumped on the family support committee about 6 months after we moved into our house. We were on that committee for about 10 years. We were able to help several families through the lengthy but rewarding experience, applying to being selected, and on to signing their letter of intent to see them start on their journey beginning with sweat equity and all the way through the build process. It was rewarding. It's a wonderful little circle of prosperity and growth to see a new family go through the whole process. It makes you see why others who helped us through in the process in the first place did it in the beginning. It's seeing everything come full circle. We are not really sure where we'd be financially or physically, but we know that Habitat has given us the jump start that we needed to allow our boys a safer neighborhood to grow up in and a house they knew was safe to live in. After our house was finished, it allowed my wife to try and chase her dream to better her knowledge in the medical field. Because of the affordable mortgage payment, we've been fortunate enough to be able to take our boys on some trips we never imagined possible. I'd be wrong if I said our boys and us are not fortunate, because we are. It's not just because of the Habitat house. They haven't had to move from home to home like a lot of kids experience, so that gives children a lot more stability. We made a home. Both boys were longtime members of the Boys and Girls Club. Our youngest was even, he's over there, he was even on staff for 2 summers. I think that if they weren't in a safe environment, they may not have even wanted to have that kind of interaction. We made our last payment on our house on May 8th of 2021. And then I jumped on the board of directors after the house loan was paid off, and we've been continuing to be involved in the Habitat community. Involved with the Habitat community since then. Buying a Habitat home really does change you. But most of you here tonight already know that. Not a day goes by that we are not extremely thankful and humbled by this amazing organization. The impact of being given the opportunity to realize our dream of living in a safe, affordable house that we've gladly made our home for the last 17 years. It's unbelievable. We will continue to welcome new partner families into the Habitat family to help them truly understand what it means to partner with Habitat. Thank you everyone for going on this journey with us. Thank you for your involvement with and support of Habitat and the families it serves. Remember, home is the key, and everyone deserves a simple, decent, affordable place to call home.
So, the epitome of a Habitat family and what partnering means to Habitat. A small little token of our appreciation. So we'll get from there for you, don't listen. Love you guys.